Hey everybody, Lucas from Lucascrazynerd here, and welcome to the first episode of Music Monday. So just gonna tell you a little bit about what the heck Music Monday is. Well, it's videos like this. I'm gonna be doing album reviews, maybe top 15 lists, covers of some of my favorite songs. Every Monday, just a video that is related to music somehow. But don't worry, because regular Lucascrazynerd videos will be uploaded Thursdays. That will include skits, vlogs, all that good stuff. That's 2 videos a week for you guys. Anyway, so we are going to talk about a band called The Rex, and I am wearing their t-shirt right now. It says The Rex. The Rex are a pop alternative rock band, all that good stuff thrown together. They're a band that doesn't disappoint, I'd say. They haven't disappointed me, at least. Because of that, I am a fan. Also, interesting story, I actually met the band. On my right, there is Nick Anderson, who is the lead singer, and on my left there is Billy Nally. Billy Nally. I think I'm pronouncing that right. He is the drummer. I met them at a concert for a band called The Main. They were one of the opening acts. When we were getting ready for the show to start, I turn around, I see Nick, and I tell my sister, I'm like, yo, I think that's The Rex. And I look up a picture just to be sure. And it was, so I walk up to them, I'm like, yo, are you guys The Rex? They say, yeah, I love your guys' music. They're like, thanks. I'm like, can I get a picture with you? And I think one of the band members actually took the picture. But yeah, that was a fun little story. Anyways, they came out with an album on Friday. This album is called Infinitely Ordinary. This album contains 8 tracks and it is about 24 minutes long, which isn't bad. I was expecting more songs considering I've been waiting for this album for like over a year. But hey, sometimes quality takes time. So we're gonna talk about it. The first track is titled Freaking Out, which was the first single they released for this album. I'd say it's grown on me a lot. It seems as if they wanted to take more on a pop vibe than a rock vibe for this album especially. I mean, they've always been kind of pop and rock mixed together, but I feel like they really brought in the pop aspect of their music in this album, and it wasn't bad. Freaking Out, I think, is a great track to open up with this album. I think it became like #1 on TikTok when it was released. It's not my favorite off of this album, but it definitely deserves a listen. We move on to track number 2. This song is titled Feels So Nice, and it feels nice to listen to this song. I wasn't that big of a fan of it the first time I listened to it. When this album came out, it usually takes me a couple listens to develop an opinion. The first time I usually listen to stuff, I'm not really that sold on it. And that's kind of how it was for this album. I wasn't completely sold on it, but now I listen to it and I'm actually, I really dig it. Feel So Nice is actually probably one of the best tracks on this album. I'd probably say my second favorite. Coming up to track number 3, Out of Style. This was their 3rd single that they released for the album, and I don't know. I really dig the chorus, but the verses just sound a lot like Freaking Out, and I think Freaking Out just did it a lot better. Other than that, I mean, it's a good song. I'd say it's probably my least favorite on the album. Not that it's bad, just that the others are better. If you take all 4 Avengers movies and you rank them, none of them are bad, but there's gonna be your least favorite. It's gonna be the worst of the 4. It doesn't make it bad, but you know what I mean. Track number 4 is called Fuck Somebody, or should I say Fuck Somebody. This song was also released as a single. I wasn't on board with it at first. I liked the meaning behind it. I felt like they were taking a more pop route that I like. Pop and rock mix like a lot. I'm not always the biggest fan, but this song, actually, it really grew on me, and it's one of my favorites on the album. Again, I'd say probably in the top 4. I've found that it's actually just, it's a fun song to listen to. It's kind of funny and just lighthearted, and I have a good time listening to it. We're on to the next track, track 5, which is titled 4. Literally, this song, man, I like to listen to music before I sleep, and this one could just put me to sleep. Not in a bad way, not in a bad way, in a good way, like a lullaby when you're a baby. I feel like Nick's vocals in this song are like the best that I've ever heard his voice. This song is catchy, it's emotional in a way. Not that I'm crying to it, it's just like, it's not like an energetic song. I mean, it's a slow song, and the Rex have done slower parts of songs before, but I've never seen them do anything like this, I guess. When you go back to the Panic Vertigo EP, Way With Words starts out slow, Revolution starts out kind of slow, but I mean, the beat picks up, everything picks up. This was just full-on slow the whole time and just nice and calming to listen to. One of the best tracks on this album. I liked it the first time I heard it, and now I like it even more. If I were to suggest anything on this album to go listen to, it'd definitely be this one. If you ever heard of the artist Sleeping at Last, this is kind of what the song reminded me of. If I were to play back to back, 4 by the Rex and then Jupiter by Sleeping at Last, they just give me the same kind of feeling and vibe. And track number 6, We All Get Lonely, I wasn't completely sold on the first time. I don't know, I felt like the pop noises and music all kind of got in the way of Nick's voice, but now that I, sit back and listen to it, I actually really do like it, and I could see it honestly being a hit like that you'd hear on the radio. Track number 7, we have a song called This Life I Have. In my opinion, this is the best song on the album. It's like a 60s rock song kind of mixed in with modern day rock and pop. This is the kind of work that describes the Rex to me. Kind of like, yo, I'm angry. I'm gonna sing about I hate this, I hate that, all because of you. Reminded me of some of their older stuff, like songs like I Don't Like You. It definitely was the most rock song on this album, and I love every bit of it. The final track is the album title track. It is called Infinitely Ordinary. This song reminded me of the Vamps. Now this song isn't really a song that's probably gonna stick out on the album. I don't think it will. It didn't really stick out to me that much, but I think it's a very good way to end the album, singing about life and blah blah blah. I think it's the best song on the record to end the album. I actually really liked it. It did sound like the Vamps to me. I really do like the Vamps though, so. All that being said, I'd give this album a 4 out of 5. I highly recommend you go listen to it. If you haven't heard of the Rex, go listen to it. It's worth listening to. It's not really my kind of music taste, and I really enjoyed it. But if we were to compare their Panic Vertigo EP versus their Infinitely Ordinary album, I'd probably choose their Panic Vertigo EP just because Revolution and Way With Words are just amazing to me. That I think it's more rock. It's still pop rock. There's not as much going on. I feel like their new album has a lot of pop going on. It doesn't make it bad. I'm hoping if they make more music in the future, I'm hoping they continue with this pop sound as well as kind of dial it down a little bit and make us make more songs like I Don't Like You. Other than that, I mean, the album was still really good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you listen to the album, comment below and let me know what were your thoughts on it. If you haven't listened to the album, I highly suggest you do. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you watch my last video. It is a music video to a song I made, because I guess, yeah, I'm making, music, whatever. Anyways, give this video a like or a dislike. I don't care at this point. You guys know. And yeah, I'll see you on Thursday. Peace.